our son, man, yeah, that's not me. This right here say my son ain't my son. And you ain't even got nothing to explain, because this explained it already. As a matter of fact, no, it's not. Go to the next page. I'm going to show you how much I'm joking. I'm going to show you divorce settlement agreement.
What's good, fellas? Got some wild clips for you today, but before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like button if you're rocking with the channel, and in the comments, tell me the most messed up lie you've ever caught a partner in. And make sure you stick around till the end, because the last clip is straight up crazy. All right, let's get into it.
I'm not letting you back in the house.
Why? I said I'm sorry.
What do you mean, why? You've cheated on me, yeah? You've cheated on me, yeah? I'm not letting you back in the house. Are you okay? You've cheated on me, and you're expecting to come back in the house.
It was just a one night thing. It wasn't like I was gonna have an affair or like cheat on you. I just got really drunk and I said I'm sorry.
It don't matter if you're sorry or not.
Well, what else do you want me to do? I literally come into your house and
You cheated on me. Who's that? Who's that coming?
it's my dad.
Why have you brought your dad here?
You alright, John?
No, I'm not alright. Your daughter's cheated on me, mate.
What? What have you done?
She's cheated on me. And now she wants to come back into my house.
Because I want to apologise. I want to talk like adults.
Why have you brought your dad here?
Because he knows that I'm a good person and that how much I care about you.
Excuse me. Hang on a second. You've cheated on John.
It was just one night.
Is that right?
I just got really drunk.
For God's sake.
It happens all the time.
Oh, it happens all the time. You cheat on him all the time.
No, but like people do it all of the time.
No, it doesn't happen all the time.
I've never done it. What's the matter with you?
That's what you see in the movies, isn't it?
This is real life. Why have you done that to the man you love?
I didn't do it purposely. I was just really drunk, and I said I'm sorry, and I just want
John,
to talk.
mate, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say, really. I mean, I'm
It's not your fault, man.
My daughter, I mean, I thought she had more morals than that. So,
I said I'm sorry.
Bringing your dad to fix your cheating scandal is insane. Like, what's he supposed to do? Tag in mid-argument? The dad even sounded embarrassed to be there. You could hear the disappointment in his soul.
What more do you want me to do? I said
You
I'm
said
sorry.
you're sorry, but that's it. Like, I'm not letting you back in my house. Like,
yeah, sorry doesn't cut it, does it? I can't say I blame him, really. You better come back with me now, then.
No, I'm not leaving until I talk to you.
He doesn't want to talk to you. I don't blame him. I wouldn't talk to you either.
Well, I can't.
I've talked to you. I've talked to you. You didn't even tell me. You didn't even tell me. Your friend told me. Your friend sent me a picture of you kissing another guy.
Like, you did. It was one time. There was no intention behind it.
Well, it must have been intention.
It don't matter if it's intention.
That's not an excuse.
The intention is you're not allowed back in my house. End of.
He's not letting you back in, and I don't blame him. In fact, I'm totally on
You're
his
gonna
side.
miss me. You're gonna miss me. You'll come crawling
John,
back.
mate, I'm so sorry. I apologise on my daughter's behalf. I thought she was better than this. I really did. I'm really sad and angry about it.
What can I do to make it better?
I'll tell you what, John. If I pop round tomorrow, shall I pick up her stuff from you? John?
Yeah, like
I'll
she's
come
not welcome back in my house.
Well, I understand that, and I get that completely. And I'll pop round. What time? What's good for you tomorrow?
I'll send you a text. I don't know, but like, yeah, like I'm still just in a bit of shock, you know. Like it's not really something I've thought about.
Come on, car home, you stupid girl. See you, John. Bye.
Man, if my girl's dad had to come pick up her stuff after she cheated, that's game over. I'd be embarrassed as hell if my own father had to do the walk of shame for me. At that point, I'd just delete my number, change my name, and start a new life somewhere else.
This bitch thought we was going on a date. What you talking about? Now let's talk about it. How you stole my baby piggy bank. Yeah, I got a camera in the hallway. It was you.
I seen the camera in there. That's
it was you.
That's why that's why.
And how you gonna put back an empty piggy bank? Let's talk about that. How you gonna steal and then put it back?
You're a bad parent, first of all, because I was taking the dimes out of her piggy bank so she wouldn't swallow them or nothing in the paper.
She can't even get in that mother. You low down dog, dirty ass motherfucker. How is you stealing from a baby?
You're not listening to me. See, this is what I'm talking about. You shouldn't even have custody of your kid.
Custody of my kid because you stealing?
That's why I've been talking to your baby mom, and I'm about to get her back custody, and I've been spying on you this whole time because you shouldn't even have nothing like choking hazards. You're not even thinking logical.
Stealing from a baby is a new level of poverty I didn't even know existed. Like if you're out here raiding piggy banks, you don't need therapy, you need a financial exorcism.
Women.
Her first instinct wasn't to solve the problem, it was to immediately make it somebody else's problem. It's a great strategy. Create total chaos, then just start yelling until a man shows up to handle it.
You're a loser.
Wow.
How am I supposed to be with you when I got these men all the time in my DMs offering me luxury cruises, mansions, all this different stuff, and then I come home to you playing video games in your underwear.
It was good when we first started dating.
That's 7 years ago. I've grown as a person, and you haven't. I've outgrown you.
Wow. So after all these years, you have to tell me that about getting pregnant by another man? We couldn't separate we couldn't have this conversation before we got to this part.
Things happen, but
I had to find out you was pregnant.
You weren't taking
How low
care
of you?
of me.
That's low.
You were not. The bottom line is that you were not taking care of me.
I'm a hard-working man.
I to another man's arms.
I'm a hard-working man. I gave you everything you asked for me. What more you want?
I'm in here splitting half of these bills. You're not taking care of me.
The rent is $4,000.
So, a real man could pay that $4,000 and then some. I should be in the hills somewhere. You know, this is expensive. I gotta maintain the Botox. You know, like, you don't want me looking older. I gotta take care of myself. You don't pay for that. You have all these expectations on me.
Bro, I swear some women hit a certain age and just start confusing attention for value. Like, DMs don't mean you're in demand, it means men are bored. You can't talk about growth when you're still begging for validation and rent money.
Bro.
You tripping, bro.
Hello?
You tripping, bro.
Answer me!
You tweaking, bro.
Answer me!
You gonna get the police called.
I didn't do anything to you.
You gonna get the police called.
I can't hear you! Help me!
You tripping, bro. I'm finna dip. Cause the police finna come.
I can't hear you! I didn't do anything to you. Help me, my baby. Bro, hello. I'm not waiting. Please!
Stop that. What's wrong with you, bro?
Bro, help me.
You tripping, bro.
Bro, you are making me go so
No, I'm not doing nothing, bro. I just left so you didn't call the police on me again. I left.
Answer me!
Seeing somebody headbutt a car window over a breakup just screams, I lost the plot. That's not heartbreak, that's a full-blown meltdown. I'd be sitting in that locked car thinking, thank God I dodged this.
One of the fastest way that I block men and I test men is I tell them I'm not the nail salon. And if they ask me what color I'm getting, cool, if they don't say how much is it, or what's your Cash App, or what's your Zelle, so I can cover the cost, you're blocked. Because at that point, you're a taker. And men like that, they love to say, okay, text me a picture of your nails when you get it done. Sorry, Bookie, you're already added to the block list by saying that. As a man, you're supposed to be a provider, meaning that you provide. Why are you asking me to send me a picture of the nails done? If I don't pay for it, how am I going to send you a picture? Block those men.
This is actually the best filter a guy could ask for. She announces she's testing you, and all you have to do is act like a normal human to fail. You ask what color and get blocked? You didn't lose her, you won. You just saved yourself $100 and 1,000 headaches.
decided that I was going to tell him that I wanted a divorce. I texted my therapist, our marriage counselor, and I was like, I need to tell him that I want a divorce, but I want to do it in a session so that there's like a mediator present. Got us in like ASAP, like 2 days later. And I walked in knowing that I was going to ask for a divorce. We sit down in our session. It's like really tense, really awkward. My ex was sitting there like, so why do we have an emergency session? Therapist was like, Jamie, do you want to start? And I just started crying and I was like, I want a divorce. You know, it's hard for me to like say the words. I'm done. I want a divorce. He sat there quiet. I'm sitting next to him crying. He didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't react at all. He just was stone cold. And eventually our therapist was like, would you like to respond? He responded right away. And he's like, fine, let's just go ahead and finalize the details. And that was that. I looked at my therapist and I was just like kind of stunned. I knew that I was ready to leave, but I couldn't believe that that was his reaction. There was no empathy. There was no compassion. There was no like wanting to fight for us. I didn't think that there would be, but you know, you just always hope that like one last try. We went home that night. We didn't speak. He slept on the couch. I woke up and went to work the next day, came home. He was playing PlayStation that night. I sat next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours. I said, can we talk about what happened yesterday? And he was just playing, just looking straight ahead. And he's like, what's to talk about? In my mind, I'm thinking, this is our last ditch effort to like steer the ship around, you know? And I was like, so what are we going to do? And he just kept playing. He was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease. He had done things within that 24 hours. He had opened up the filing folder of his single man life and went ahead and got all the shit done.
She built up this whole dramatic moment to tell him she wanted a divorce, therapist booked, speech rehearsed, and then gets mad when he doesn't react. Like, wasn't that what you wanted? You begged for the ending, he gave it to you, and now suddenly you want to fight for the marriage you were trying to end?
If you're a man who meets a woman who hates men, here are 4 ways you can respond. 1, don't say, not all men. That's invalidating as hell, and shifts the focus onto you as an individual instead of acknowledging the collective responsibility men carry for the harm they have caused. And yeah, you're part of the problem, my guy. When was the last time you interrupted a woman in a meeting? Or stayed silent when your friend was being a total creep? Or brushed off a boundary because you thought you knew better? Those may not feel like violence to you, but they are acts of harm, and they're part of the same system that makes women feel unsafe. 2, don't center your feelings or turn it into an argument. I get it. It feels personal, like you're being attacked by a woman. How dare she? And if that just resonated with you, big red flag. But it's not actually about you. It's about the system you benefit from. She's not inviting you to prove her wrong. Your job is to just listen and sit with the discomfort without making it about defending yourself. 3, don't ask her to teach you how to be a good man. As tempting as it is, don't just hand her the homework. You can figure that out without asking her to do free labor for you. Read bell hooks, listen to podcasts, follow progressive women creators. The internet is free. Come to the table with the basics already covered. 4, behaviorally, over time, show her you're safe. Words count for something, but not for much. What matters is consistency. Do you respect boundaries? Do you hold your guy friends accountable when they're being horrible? Do you do the work in therapy? Your behavior is what proves you're not part of the problem.
This guy just read 4 pages from the Simp's official handbook. His entire strategy boils down to taking blame for things you never did and then doing homework to hopefully earn her approval. He's teaching men how to be perfect doormats.
I turned down going on so many dates with men, and not even because these men are unattractive or because they don't have money. It's never that. It's just for the simple fact I don't want to be seen out in public with them, because I don't want anyone assuming that we're laying down with each other when this motherfucker is just paying for dinner, right? It fucks up the feng shui. Whereas being a man, being seen out with a woman adds value, but to them. Not to you, but to them. So, yeah, and you have to let people think whatever they want to think, and you have to be okay with being perceived with however people want to perceive you. And personally, I'm not okay with sitting next to a man and somebody thinking, oh yeah, no, I don't do that with him. I don't. So, I'd rather just avoid it. Just avoid it. Like, I'm okay, you know? And I'm definitely only would meet up with a man in public, and then it's like, I don't want the public to be there.
She wants a man to show up, pay for everything, but she'd prefer it if he was invisible. God forbid someone sees her on a date with the guy who's actually paying for it. She's not protecting her image. She's just embarrassed to be seen with her sponsor.
I will happily be the first to say it. A man in a Mercedes is not a man. That's a bad bitch. In fact, a man pulling up in a Mercedes is a bad bitch waiting for you to hold his purse. Look, babe, I don't make the rules. It's just a feminine car. It's not me. When you look at it, it looks like a feminine car. When you look at a BMW, it's giving mask. Audi, mask. A Mercedes, babe, that's femme. Femme as f. It's giving girl. Toyota, that one is very gender neutral. I'm not gonna lie. Babe, a Mercedes. Oh, a Mercedes. Get out. Get out. If you're a man, get out.
It's always the ones driving a 2013 Nissan with 3 hubcaps talking about what's masculine. Imagine thinking a car brand determines gender. That's not confidence, that's cope from someone still financing their steering wheel cover.
You could do more. You know, you sleep in a lot, and I mean, I'm cooking, cleaning, taking care of the animals, watering the plants, and...
I water my plants. You don't water my plants.
Sorry, I lost my awards. I'd give one, but I can't find them right now. Sorry, continue.
I mean, the plants is just one thing, but like I still like contribute in every area on top of working. And then I just, you know, I am worried that you're taking advantage of me a little bit, you know? I want to trust you implicitly.
When we've talked about this at home, like you've never said that before.
I mean, maybe I wasn't direct enough about it, but I've been trying to communicate, you know, like, hey, you could put in more effort. Like, I just think that you could be doing more, and I feel like there's definitely an imbalance, like that I'm kind of doing everything, and you know, you're not even working, you know.
Here's the thing. You're right. He may not have said that, but this happens this isn't obviously official couples therapy, but in settings similar to this in couples therapy, that's where the real thing comes out.
The funniest part of that whole rant was him trying to list all the stuff he does, building steam like he's about to drop a mic, and she jumps in with, well, I water my plants. Like, congratulations, you watered a cactus. Meanwhile, this man's basically running the household.
That people hold back from wanting to say in person because they don't want to start a fight. They don't want to start an argument at home. This is that. And to use language from your world, a safe place. Tell me about how those conversations go, where she gets upset and angry.
Well, I'll just bring something up, and I end up having to comfort her at the end of it, you know, because it's like she'll start saying I'm such a like worthless partner. No, she says that about herself, and then I have to be like, no, you're not. Like, I have to like comfort her and reassure her a lot, and then you know, then it kind of ends up fizzling out because I don't get to get my point across, and then we just kind of kick the can down the road.
That's actually, again, let's take more notes from your TikTok community. That's an incredibly manipulative and almost gaslighting thing that you're doing, where you have a real conversation and then you go, oh, I'm not a good partner. I'm not contributing anything. That is manipulative as to not be able to have that conversation and then go in there with that bullshit.
She's got emotional dodgeball down to a science. The second accountability shows up, she starts the pity parade. I'm such a bad partner, and suddenly he's comforting her for the damage she caused. That's not communication, that's a hostage negotiation with tears.
I think the government should pay women like a monthly stipend, maybe $5,000, seems pretty reasonable. The government should pay women, right, and just women, because, listen, the government is run by men, right? Like, even if there's women in there, it's run by the men. I'm not going to get into that, but the government is run by men, right? And men are always saying they're providers, they protect us from other men. They're providers, they keep us safe, they save us, right? Provide for us. They're always saying that, right? Right, so if the government is men and men are providers, then the government should provide for women, or even single. No, all women, because then, you know, if you're single and then you find a man that can provide for you, that is just also his job as a man, as they say. That's his job, right? But the government should still be doing it, because no one ever said that only one man should be your provider. Right? They said they're all providers. So the government should pay us because we're women.
This isn't a political argument. This is a demand for a government-assigned sugar daddy. She wants to twist the whole concept of a provider into a federal program that mails her a check for doing absolutely nothing.
A real man would stay. The moment you find out the kids are not yours, you will have to stay anyway. Who else gonna raise some kids? Even though you find like you're already so invested, you already love them, why not stay? That's the L you have to take as a real man. Yes, sometimes people get in car accidents. This time you just have to take care of a kid that was not yours. Like, as a real man, yes, she cheated, but what are you gonna do now? You're supposed to uphold that family, because now that little boy and little girl is gonna grow up fatherless because you decided to be selfish and take your money back. Like, sir, you already been there from the start. Like, go ahead and take that. As a real man, step the up, because their real dad didn't. You don't know who the that is, and you were so lucky to be gifted a child by God. As a real man, you're supposed to take that L. Don't ever get a DNA test. A DNA test is so disrespectful to women. Like, and a real man is not me, nigga.
I was about to lose it until that little comment at the end. The scariest part is that his satire sounds exactly like what a lot of these people genuinely and unironically believe.
I'm going to talk shit about my husband. And if you're not into people getting on the internet and airing their dirty laundry and talking shit about their spouses, keep scrolling. This is not for you. But I don't have any real life friends, so the internet gets my drama. Tell me if this would piss you off. My husband says he's going to go golfing. Okay. This was yesterday. I already wasn't crazy happy about it, considering it's a couple days before Christmas. He knew that I had a ton that I needed to do. I had voiced my concerns to him about this. Hey, this is taking up really valuable time on a week that we don't have any extra time. And then I'm like, you know what? Stop. He doesn't get to go out with his friends often. He doesn't get to do fun things very often. You can make time for your shit later. Let him go. So he goes. He leaves the house around 8 a.m. yesterday. I get like 1 or 2 texts from him throughout the day. 6 o'clock in the evening rolls around. At this point, I'm thinking he's got to be on his way home, right? Like he's coming home, right? Our kids go down at 7:30.
She starts off by saying she let him go, like he's her teenage son, and now she's shocked he's not rushing home. That man is tasting freedom. He's not on his way home. He's on his 3rd beer at the clubhouse, enjoying the silence before he has to return to that.
The wife of his best friend texts, hey, the boys are sleeping off their golfing day. AKA, they got so shit-faced that it's 6 in the evening and they're passed out at his buddy's house. So I'm like, that's so fantastic. You left to go golfing all day, which is already annoying to leave me with the kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I get very few breaks. Now I'm like working on my day off, you know what I mean? And I'm doing bath and bed and like all the routines. Sorry, I hit stop for a second. So I'm not doing that all by myself. That's already annoying. That's already just rude. At this point, I'm just thinking that's rude. You don't even give me a heads up you're not going to be home. You don't give me any kind of indication that you might miss bedtime. Like, I'm just waiting all day for you to get home, and then I find out you're not home. Also, you're 34 years old, and you have 2 kids at home, and you let yourself get so drunk that you had to pass out. And then I get a text at 11:30 at night. Oh, hey, I'm on my way home. Sorry. Inexcusable. Freaking excusable. That was so unbelievably inconsiderate and rude. I'm pissed off at him, and I'm pissed off at the friend he was with, because Jesus, you are in your mid-30s. You are too old to be acting like that. So I'm pissed off.
You're mad he's drunk, but you're out here drunk posting your marriage to strangers. Maybe the real problem isn't his golf trip. It's that you'd rather vent to TikTok than talk to your husband.
Yeah, do you want to see daddy? Yeah. You want to see daddy? Okay, then let me see.
Why didn't you see daddy on Halloween?
You don't want to? I'm here now. I'm here now.
Yeah, look at the hickey on his neck.
There's a hickey on my neck. So what? What does that mean? I'm here now. Do you want to see daddy?
Yeah, you see that girl?
You don't see nothing. She doesn't even care. Camila, bro, you're really gonna do this, bro? You're really gonna do this, bro? My daughter wants to see me. I'm here to pick her up from school, and you're really gonna do this. You're really gonna do this, bro. Yo, let me see my kid, bro.
Yo, get your
let me
man,
see my kid, bro. I didn't hurt you. I grabbed the doorknob. I grabbed the doorknob. Yeah, I got it all on video. It's all on video. It's all on video. Y'all on video. Y'all on video. You're all on video, bro. Y'all on video. I grabbed the doorknob, bro. I grabbed the doorknob, bro. So you're not gonna let me see my kid? You're not gonna let me see my jit, right? You're not gonna let me see my jit, right? You're not gonna let me see. Aaliyah, I love you. Aaliyah, I love you, all right?
Don't touch my car.
Nothing uglier than a parent using the kid as a weapon. You can hate your ex all you want, but dragging a child away when they're literally reaching for their dad is straight poison. That's not protecting the kid, that's teaching them how to hate.
Babe. Your egg's almost done. Can you get your toast and put butter on it, please?
Yeah, I'll do it now.
Babe,
What?
can you stop scrolling and go put butter on your toast?
I'm going to. Hold on. Babe, I'm doing it.
You don't do anything.
I'm doing it right now.
You literally don't do anything.
Give me.
No, bro.
Babe, let me see.
No.
I'm doing it.
You don't do anything.
Look,
You're freaking lazy. I told you to do something.
I'm getting the butter.
You don't do it.
Babe, give me it.
No, bro.
Yes.
I'll do it. No. Can you stop?
This is how you manufacture a problem out of thin air. He said yes. All he had to do was put his phone down. She couldn't wait 3 seconds, so she just did it herself so she could be the victim. She's complaining about a problem that she literally invented.
My boyfriend and I went and got ice cream, I think on Saturday. Okay, it's been 2 days. He got his carton of cookies and cream. I got my chocolate. He's already finished his. Again, it's been 2 days. And he says to me today, well, obviously, I'm going to have some of yours. Oh, are you? Okay, yeah, so all men are the same, and they're all greedy fat pigs.
She's calling him greedy for wanting a scoop of ice cream, but you know she'd be crying if he said no when she wanted his fries. The double standard's unreal. It's not about the food, it's about the control.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Nothing hurts more than the guy you went on 2 dates with breaking up with you. Because, no, I was in a 3.5-year long relationship. That ended, cakewalk. That was easy. That I have seen that through, okay? I went to Disneyland. I rode the rides. I had a snack, and I came back with, like, a little sunburn. The 2 dates, oh, wait, I was just starting to, like, think you were so cute. Wait, oh, I drove to Disneyland. You want me to turn around? I didn't even get a pickle. I didn't even, like, get to take a funny photo or get, like, a fun coin that was flattened in half. Yeah, that kind of shit will have you up till 4 a.m. on ChatGPT. Like, what is my worth? No. I give advice sometimes. You want me to take my own advice? No, I don't do that. That's a little too close to home. In one ear, out the other. In one ear, out the other. You might think you're evolved. You're not.
She just admitted that the idea of a new man is more valuable to her than an actual 3.5-year relationship. She's not hurt because she lost a great guy she barely knew. She's in a crisis because her fantasy got rejected before it could even start.
Coming from someone who's cheated before, and I'm not flexing this was like years ago when I was younger and was being cheated on. Let me just say, there's always a way that a man or a woman is going to cheat. So majority of the time when your gut is telling you, you're probably right. I used to switch my location to my laptop and be all the way in the valley when I was at home sleeping. I would put my phone on Do Not Disturb anytime I was with another man. I would even answer his calls when I was with another man because majority of the time, these men didn't care. I would even text him when I was with another man so I didn't get caught up. I had pictures taken from when I was at home ready to send for when he asked me, let me see your surroundings. So all I'm saying is, there's always a way, and if your gut is telling you something, you're probably right.
She thinks she's giving a helpful warning, but she's actually giving every guy watching this permanent trust issues. This is the cheater's playbook. While you're asking for a simple picture for peace of mind, she's got a pre-staged photo album ready to deploy as an alibi.
This man does not know that I'm celibate, and I have been for about 2 months.
Listen, fellas, if a lady has to specify to you that she's celibate, ran through. Automatically ran through. And the way that we know this is because it's the same if somebody tries to tell you, oh, I'm such an honest person. An honest person is just honest. They don't got to specify it and tell you. If she's specifying, yeah, I'm actually celibate. Oh, thanks for letting me know that you got too many times and felt bad about it.
He's 100% right. It's like an athlete holding a press conference to announce their retirement. You only do that after a long and busy career. When she makes a big deal about being celibate, she's not telling you about her future. She's telling you the season's finally over.
Be real with me.
A top-tier man is just an average woman.
Real, why?
A top-tier man, what we think is like, oh, he can provide like emotional support. He is responsive, communicative. When an average man does this, we tend to like glorify and think like, oh, he's such a great guy because he does all of this. But like at the end of the day, your female friend can already do this. So what can this man provide for you that your friends cannot?
The bar is so low for dating. In the past like 40 years, we went from guys writing love letters to women courting men and doing anything to be in a relationship.
There's like no courting. Women have have to do a lot. You see this in all European paintings where like men would like build literal courts, buildings and statues for like the women that they are yearning for.
A big part is the accessibility of women to men. Like porn, OnlyFans, and hookup culture. Because a lot of guys feel like they have those needs met, a lot of them feel like they don't need to work for a relationship.
And I also think that men probably feel a little bit more entitlement. They think that they can pull any girl. It's okay to have confidence, but if you think that you're really, really hot, I think that really changes your attitude and your interactions with women or with anyone. And I've seen like way too many like hot and capable, intelligent women with men who look like rats.
She's complaining that the bar for men is on the floor, but in the same breath says she sees tons of amazing women choosing to date guys who look like rats. She just solved her own puzzle right there. The bar is low because women are the ones who keep lowering it.
Guys, I went on maybe one of the best first dates I have been on in recent years, but maybe ever this weekend. Okay, here's the story. We met on Hinge and we instantly clicked. I mean, it was just immediate banter, immediate conversation. We got deep, we got surface level. We were just really vibing and we weren't messaging for that long. It was probably just a few hours. Eventually he asks me to coffee. I say yes. He sets it up. He asks, what day are you free? What time? Da-da-da. Show up to the coffee shop and he shows up right after me and he walks in and I'm just taken aback. I'm taken aback by his beauty. He is just as gorgeous as his photos, if not even more in person. We meet, we hug. Instantly, we hit it off. Our entire date was 4.5 hours. You guys, we were sitting across from each other with no distractions, no phones, completely locked in, talking the entire time in riveting conversation for 4.5 hours in the corner of this little coffee shop. It was so sweet. He was like, so if you're interested, I would love to see you again. And I was like, yeah, I'm interested. I would love to see you again.
Let's place our bets now. A 4.5 hour perfect date where he was super sweet and said all the right things. Do we think he's texting her to set up that second date? Or is this just a highlight reel before the ghosting?
So he took my number because we were just previously messaging on the app. So we walked out of the coffee shop, we hugged goodbye, and that was it. After I had been in my car for all of 2 minutes, I got a text from him, and it was because he turned on his car and a song that we were talking about was playing, and so he made a joke about it, and I made a joke back, and then that was it for that interaction. So we went out on Saturday. And it's now Monday. In my book, proper date etiquette is to follow up the next day and say, hey, I had a really great time. Let's set up that second date. But I have not heard from this motherfucker. I told him on the date, I like to be pursued. I like men to lead. I want you to put in the effort. That's what I'm looking for and that's what I'm available for right now. So I made it clear. So at this point, I haven't heard from him in over a day and I've decided that I'm going to give it a solid 48-hour window of time. And if I do not hear from him by the end of today, this man has disqualified himself.
Her whole 48-hour disqualification rule is just a story she's telling herself to protect her ego. She can't handle the simple fact that he wasn't interested, so she has to invent a scenario where she's the one in control. He's not on a timer, lady. He's just gone.
I saw a post that said that men are dating more for peace over beauty now. And if that doesn't tell you how dense and how black and white these men think, is that they're correlating more a beautiful, attractive women to be more difficult and more demanding. Instead, what men are really trying to say is that they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. They want to be able to do certain things and you not being able to say anything about it to them, okay? In their mind, they think to themselves that if I date a less attractive person, I can get away with more. They won't be as demanding. They'll be more peaceful. When in reality, so many men give women the chaos. They are the ones that bring the chaos. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to see their actions. They don't want their fragile ego to be hurt because they have been propped up their entire lives by society. And when a woman calls them out for their behavior, they don't like it.
So men say they want a peaceful life, and her immediate reaction is this unhinged, accusatory rant. She is the walking, talking advertisement for why men are choosing peace.
So instead, this is how black and white they think. Well, if I go for someone easier and who demands less, which is someone that's less attractive, she won't need so much from me. And they would rather do that than own up to their mistakes and actually change as a man. They would go for someone that they're less attracted to because they don't want to change who they are. That is how black and white they think. They won't even go for even like the person that they're ideally more physically attracted to. They will be with someone less attractive just because that they will put up with more because these men want to be able to get away with cheating. They want to be able to get away with going to strip clubs. They want to be able to get away with a lot more behavior with someone who won't demand as much. Because it's easier. It's just simply easier with how these men want to date these days. So it's really wild how these men are thinking. Don't even know how to go about it, honestly, anymore. I mean, men cease to amaze me every single day.
Her whole theory is built on the arrogant idea that a woman's standards are tied to how hot she is. She can't possibly imagine that the less attractive woman she's insulting might have a personality that isn't a toxic, bitter dumpster fire. Men aren't running from beauty. They're running from this exact man-hating, entitled mindset.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're the type of woman that's like, I love when a man tells me to be ready by 7:30, he tells me when he's going to pick me up, tells me where we're going, tells me what to wear, plans the entire date, pays for the date, but then when he tells you to cut off a friend that's not good for you, you say, you're not allowed to tell me what to do. Then you don't actually want true masculine leadership. You want leadership when it benefits you and what you want in the moment.
She's right. They treat masculinity like a buffet. They want to pile their plate high with all the benefits and perks that come from his strength. But the second a single expectation or standard is attached, they're suddenly not hungry anymore.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't understand how family courts work and what the incentives are in family courts. People think of them as, an objective judge and this sort of thing. But the way that family courts are managed is they prevent you from presenting contrary evidence. That's why I've never been allowed to select a psychologist for my son. The courts will never allow me to do that. The courts pick the psychologist who will then present the evidence to the court, right? Now, fortunately, I've been able to record them. I've been able to gather evidence and actually prove that they perjured themselves, so they've had to throw out all this evidence. But it's taken a lot of work and it's cost me a lot of money to do that, right? And most people can't do that. So family courts basically work off of fabricated evidence. That's number one.
It's not just that the game is rigged. It's that they write the script and hire the actors too. They don't discover the truth. They construct it. They bring in their own approved storytellers to deliver the exact lines they need to hear, and any real facts that contradict that script are just left on the cutting room floor.
Number two, there's really no appeal from family courts. So family courts, unlike normal, like civil courts or criminal courts, there's almost no appellate options out of a family court. So the judges operate with no oversight and just do whatever they want. And third, and this is the big one, there are massive federal programs that were instituted in the late 1970s that pay states trillions of dollars to tear families apart. So it's so innocuous when I tell you, be like, this is a great program. But like in Texas, we get 66 cents on the dollar put into the Texas Treasury for every dollar of child support that's paid, right? So the state is now highly incentivized to issue the maximum amount of child support. That's why almost all divorces got 50-50 prior to the 1980s. And there was this skyrocketing of divorces where one parent loses custody. And that was to maximize Title IV-D reimbursements to the states.
This is the part guys don't get until it's too late. You're not the customer in this system. You and your broken family are the product being sold. The more they can tear you apart, the more money they make. It's that simple and it's that sick.
In Texas, it's $500 million to the Texas budget.
If the state is profiting off of child support?
Correct. And in most states, the Judicial Retirement Fund is funded from this money. So the more child support that's issued from the family courts, the larger the judicial retirement. It's a massive program. It's the size of the largest defense programs. So the incentives are absolutely huge.
To get people to pay child support?
Correct.
Even married people, to get them to break up and then have to pay each other child support?
Absolutely, yeah. So because you would think the best child support would just be 50-50 custody and let people raise their kids. The best child support is to raise your own kid. That's the best child support. But they don't do that. Most states actually have laws prohibiting the courts from doing that. Texas has a family code in which it's assumed to be in the child's best interest that one parent get 24% of the time. And the reason 24% was chosen precisely is it maximizes Title IV-D reimbursement to the state at 24%.
So it's not just a broken system, it's a shakedown. The people making the decisions get a direct, personal cut of the destruction they cause. Their own financial future is literally built on the ruins of your family. It was never about justice, it was always about the money. Let me know what you all think down in the comments. And if you want to catch the next video, do the usual like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. See you in the next one.